Yo, this is John Sanders. Hey, welcome to yet another week of Limitless Hoops. Thank you for joining us. I don't know if anyone's on. I have no idea because I didn't click the right button. All right, so if you're here, check in the comment section. I think that, how can I see if anyone's here? I really don't know. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I see. There we go. Now I can see it. Okay, I see that Jace is here. If you're here, check in the comment section so that I know that you're here. We are going to Vegas this upcoming week, and I'm also organizing all of our trips. And I think I'm almost ready to reveal it because I'm finding out cheap ways to get people overseas with us, and eventually all the domestic trips as well. Because when I was growing up, I don't know, people, when you leave like the state, as silly as that is, I don't like to overdo it. I really don't. But I know what I'm going to show you right now is going to look like I'm overdoing it. I think that when you travel to play basketball, it's stupid because it wastes time. And I think that, but I also think that when you take days off, it wastes time. I think that when you have like little team parties, it wastes time. But you need days off to like rest, right? And to rest your mind and your body. You need the team parties occasionally. Okay, I say for a year, okay? No more, calm down. To bond as a team, all right? But the travel things, they're necessary as well for bigger reasons. One, you can get recruited, all right, more easily by traveling. You can see better teams by traveling, all right? But people do overdo it, and those programs that travel like 12 to 20 times a year, I really don't like that, because when you're on the road, you're not able to work out. That's the only reason I don't like it. All right, or during travel days, you skip those days, so you end up skipping more and more days. However, what we just did in Taiwan, we figured out a way to also work out, all right, while we were traveling. So that kind of takes away that. It's like, oh, we're actually getting workouts in and traveling and seeing other things. And when you travel, you start to have a bigger appreciation for, like, I don't know, how seriously that you want to take the sport, and how seriously that your parents are committed to the sport and things like that. And you're like, whoa, you guys did all this for me? Oh, I better start taking this dead serious. And it's an interesting thing. And plus, you become like richer culturally. You start to learn that different places, different people, they do different things. And when you do travel, you are preparing, even when you're younger, preparing for times when you're going to have to travel to either get recruited or once you get into college or into the pros. Because traveling basketball is actually a different thing all in all. So there's a whole bunch of things. Plus, it's really fun, and it's a good way to build a program up. Because if you're traveling, that means that you're doing cool stuff, and people are going to want to join your program. So we think that at least I think that we keep it pretty tempered. It's going to look ostentatious, but that's only because that's how I do things. But it's organized in a way where it's not too much traveling. It seems like it is. So on our travel page, which you can get to by going to our attendance section, actually. So from the main site, you go to member events, and then you click on travel team info. Instead of clicking on attendance, you can click on travel team info, and it shows you the location that we go to. Now, this is the one that looks busy, but it's not. It's only 5 of them per year, except the next year, instead of repeating, we go to a different 5 in the same areas, so we can get coaches in those areas to watch us eventually. All right, so that's how that goes. So on odd years, this year we would have gone to these places. We're only going to Vegas this year, but for next year we're going to 5 different locations: Oakland and San Diego. And we've done this before. We've done this actually many times in our program's history, dating back to when we were in Oakland, but also when we got to Colorado. We just went ahead and did it because I didn't know any better. I was like, yeah, we'll keep it up. And I didn't know that Colorado was a lame ass state, so I just went ahead and did it. But we had to slow this down. But we're gonna bring it back next year. I think we've taken 2 years off of these trips, and it's our first 2 years in the history of the program we've taken off of these trips. When I started in California, it was easy, like right away. People they wouldn't even join your program if you weren't going on these trips, and they were like, 5 only? What? I guess, and I had to talk them into it. Here, they're like, more than 0? What? So it's just a different place. All right, but we're going to bring it back next year. So we're doing Oakland, San Diego, Houston, Indiana, and Florida. Now, we weren't doing them all for every team. All right. We also will be going to one place per summer for an international trip. Okay. And all the information for that is on this page, the Globe Squad details. You click on that, and we figured out a way to make it like $100 a month as a donation to 2 kids to make it for 2 kids for free of charge. One kid chosen by raffle, one kid chosen by vote, by team vote. If you want to be a part of the team that votes, it's $100 a month, and then you will be donating to them. But then we'll also try to have a fundraiser, many fundraisers, plus the raffle tickets. They will go to paying even your way, so even you might get it for free. All right, so that's what we're doing every single year. We aren't going to Taiwan anymore, but we'll be doing Spain, then Rwanda, Japan, Australia, Toronto, Argentina, 1 per year. So it might look like a lot, but it's just once per year. So overall, we'll take 6 trips, but all the teams won't go to every trip. So for Oakland, it's only the high school team. All right, the little kids don't need to travel that often. All right, I want to introduce you guys to it. So all of April, the elementary school won't be there because the next one is Houston for middle school and high school. And then we go to Spain at the end of June. All right, and then we have Indiana. I took Ohio off the list. I know that Karen has some family members in Ohio, but Indiana is just a better basketball city. And that's just for high school as well. All right, and then for Miami, we have middle school and high school. Now this is the elementary school trip, along with middle school and high school, because you just focus on one trip for the entire year, and that's San Diego. It's a big one, it's a nice one. We've actually had all 3 teams doing this one. It was amazingly fun. We had so many people, and we're all in the same hotel. It was like transformative for the program back in the day. All right, if you click on one of them, you can open it up and see all the stuff that we do while we're there, including when the flights will be. We do 1 breakfast, 1 lunch, 1 dinner on separate days, and then 1 fun thing. All right, but this one is Mission Beach Park. All right, and then you have the following years and all the other travel years as well. So that's everything for that. You can check that out for yourself. We'll be opening it up to everybody to begin signing up in August. So that's that. Hopefully that's a cool part of our program, but it's just part of our program because the main part is getting better. So hopefully it helps inspire you to continually improve your game, because that's the point. Let's check our quote of the day: be yourself. All right, because hey, everyone else is already taken. Be yourself. I do think that it's very, very important to not lose your identity, even as you recreate yourself throughout all your years of growing up. Because you might be a shy kid right now, but you can actually change that if you want to. But make sure that is because you want to. If you want to be the super shy kid, you can do that. If you want to be the funny kid, you can do that. But I say don't hide who you are, because the more comfortable that you are with the sport, the better that you're going to do. So being yourself is very, very key. All right, we're going to make it even easier to be yourself, however, by splitting up our teams into personality types. So that if you're the goofball, no one else is, it'll still work. If you're the serious person, no one else is, it'll still work, because you're going to be on a team with people who are more inclined to be like you. Now, it'll still be some diversities among your team, because that's how personalities work, but it won't be so huge where it'll distract from who they are, and it'll help our coaches to better teach you so that they can teach in like one more defining fashion. All right, so that's the quote of the day. Moving on to our, what is it? It's the homework clinic tips. What are we talking about? The clinic tips. So we talked about that, doing the clinic tips. Today's clinic is the rebounding clinic. Now, I'm wearing a jersey from St. Mary's, number 32. You might think, since it's a John Sanders jersey from college, that this would be a modeling clinic or like being a very, very cool person clinic, but no, it's just a rebounding clinic. Because I think I'm a good rebounder. If you want to prove me wrong, I don't know, prove me wrong. Stop me from getting bored. All right, any one of you, anytime. Throw up the ball, I'll get the rebound, even surprise me. I'm throwing that challenge out there. Randomly, get a rebound on me anyway, and I'll stop saying that. All right, so this one is the realization that offensive rebounds are worse than turnovers is very, very big. All right, turning the ball over should get you taken out the game, but giving up an offensive rebound too should take you out the game. You need your eyes on the ball. You need your hands out there to dictate where people are. You need to love the contact. You need to get a good position as early as you possibly can. Know the odds. Run toward the ball where the ball is most likely to go. There's many, many tips. There's give and take. Give them nothing, take whatever they're able to give you. There's going every single possible time. So every time. Tenacity, that's my favorite one. Is just being tenacious, willing to scratch and claw your way to get there. Reaction, explode toward the ball faster than everyone else. That's what we want. And I was thinking about tenacity, and Adrian loves to complain about Jace. That's a good thing, but you got to be a good teammate, Jace. Okay, I don't mind you making Adrian mad. You claw, you fight, you can whatever. You make him cry. I don't care. He's older than you are. It's a good fight. But what you can't do is not bring that to the real games. If you're gonna be that person, don't just be it to your teammates. That's a good start, I guess, because you're comfortable with them. No, be that way to everyone. And then he'll look at you and be like, that's who he is. That's cool. But if it's just him, now you're like picking on him. And that's kind of weird. All right, so if you're going to be that person, there is a spot for that person. And it's like the Dennis Rodman person. You be that way to everyone all the time. Got it? So I like the start. But please finish it. All right, who's doing the homework? Because the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. All right, we got Jace doing some jump rope. Jace doing weekend jumpers, triple cross repeat, the Legend Series, the 100 made jump shots. 100 made jump shots again, but it could be the same video. No, it's different videos. Oh my. Okay. Great job, Jace. You are leading. You're killing it. You're killing it. Only person killing it. We'll take it though. At least it's one. Now you got to just make the NBA and then make sure donate it back to the program if you make the NBA. We don't need that much. 1% of your first year's check, I'll take it. Okay, it's cool. All right, we've already had that deal. Shake on it. Done. All right. Keep doing the homework. Make sure you guys post. I want to see everyone doing it. We have some new players. I'll explain to them how to do it. But if you see some new players, you can explain on your own. That'd be really cool. All right. Let's check the trivia question today. What is it? Trivia question. We got 3. Jacob hasn't even watched the show for a week, and he's still leading 3-2 to Jace. And then we got Henry with 1 point. Today's trivia question, I believe, is quite difficult. Quite difficult. I don't know if any of you guys will get this trivia question, but good luck. Trivia question is, which 2025 draft pick, there's only 60 of them, 64, has a mom and a dad who both were at one time their college's all-time leading scorer? That's a pretty decent family. All right, so his mom was the all-time leading scorer at her college. His dad was the all-time leading scorer at his college. They were at different colleges, I believe. How did those two link up and make a baby? Oh my God, that's crazy. Now maybe the only reason this guy was an all-time leading scorer at his college is he didn't play long enough. I'm guessing that would have been pretty neat if he did that. That's one of the reasons to stay in college. Anyways, we'll be right back after this message. Try to answer the question you have until the end of the show. We're going to come back with the story of the day and a whole bunch more. All right, talk to you in a second. Water break!
Don't they know about Mendoza, sewer, and water? That's better.
How did you know that? What did you type in? Did you use ChatGPT? That is amazing. Yes, it is the KK man, the Canuple, whatever his name is, the second the second. What is that? What is that middle name? I don't even know how to say his name. But I'm sure we will, because he will only improve. But yes, dude, it's not just his mom and his dad. Let me go ahead and just say this real quick. All right, it is Canuple's father, Con, who also has his name, Con, played college basketball at Wisconsin Lutheran College and was the school's all-time leading scorer until 2019. That's why I said at one time. His father and his uncles, Clint and Clay, all K's, and Cole, Clint, I can't even say it. Clint, Clay, and Cole competed in the Gus Macker 3-on-3 basketball tournament as a team named the Flying Canuple Brothers. Were they flying? Canuple's mother, Sherry, not a K, Sherry Nordgaard, played at Wisconsin Green Bay and is still the school's all-time leading scorer. Canuple's uncle, there's another one, I'm not done yet. His uncle, Jeff Nordgaard, also played at Wisconsin Green Bay and played in the NBA for the Milwaukee Bucks and professionally in Europe. And then Knupples maid and his cousin, and I'm joking. That's where it stops. But still, that's pretty crazy. They got a basketball family. I didn't watch him last year when he was at Duke, or I don't know, wherever he was. Duke. I don't watch college basketball, but I assume it's pretty cool. I definitely already added the point for Jace. Now he's tied for the lead, 3-3. Good job with that. Let's watch the story of the day. Every day, you write your story. It's a movie that'll be watched decades from now by many young athletes. It'll be the most inspirational story ever told. But for now, only you know what that story will be. Did you wake early? Run miles? Shoot for hours? Get up every time you got knocked down? Your job is to write your story well. So that's actually taken from me back when I was growing up. That's how I used to see everything. Now I'm not sure. I'm sure actually someone else has thought of the same thing. But I don't know. I thought one day everyone would know a story about me, and I think I wanted to be like the star of that story. I wanted to make the NBA. I wanted to be the greatest player of all time. I wanted this story, and my logical mind, that's how I play it. So if you're thinking like this, then I think that this might help you out, because I do believe it helped me out. It helped me work out so much more than I would have. I'm not saying that I worked my hardest, but I definitely worked more than I would have because of this thought. And the thought process is just logically, okay, well, if I'm going to be famous, then they're going to make a movie about me. And that movie is going to be about my actual life. And I'm only 10 or 11. That means that right now, I'm writing the movie myself. And I can put anything I want in the movie. So what will I choose to put? And I didn't just do this in broad terms. I did it for every single bit of my life. I was like in class going, I got to look up and pay attention because that's what I want in my movie. I was like running up hills looking at a sign that said rough road ahead. And I'm like, there's a camera behind me right now, looking at me and looking at that sign going rough road ahead. I'm like, yeah, rough road ahead. People, like when I was shooting outside in the mornings and it was cold and it was rainy and the ball was splashing the water in my face, I pictured someone looking outside their window going, whoa, that's John Sanders, like that. And I really thought these things. I was like, someone could be watching me. Someone is watching me, period. This is going to make my movie. This is going to make my movie. And I didn't want at any point in time for it to be like, I got arrested for doing drugs in my movie. No, I didn't want that. I didn't want it to be like, oh, the referee called a bad call on him and he punched the referee. I didn't want that. I didn't want to be like suspended from my team because I didn't show up to practice on time. No, I wanted them to say I was always the first one to practice. I was always the last one to leave. Like the things that I heard about Larry Bird, the things I heard about Magic Johnson, things that you hear about Kobe Bryant. I wanted those stories, and I believe that that's how Kobe lived his life, honestly. Maybe not in every regard, but in terms of like basketball and his inspiration through basketball, there's no way you have all those stories when you've heard all those stories and didn't know that people would be saying stories about you. All right, and the stuff he was doing was so like corny almost. It was like he didn't invite cameras into the hospitals, but he visited a sick kid in every city that he went to. He knew that story was gonna come out. He worked out at 4 a.m. instead of working out at like 4 in the evening, because maybe because no one was in the gym at that time. But like, come on, he could get in any gym he wanted to. He did that because he knew people would say something. He knew people could never question his work ethic. And he even said as much when he beat Jay Williams to the gym. He said, I'm only here early because I didn't want you to think that you could be better than me. All right. I mean, it's not bad to just be flat out like, I'm gonna have a better story than you do. He even spoke about like, what if I die early? That would be a crazy end of my story. He said that when he was 19 to Tracy McGrady. All right. I'm not saying he did it on purpose, but He was ready for it. He loved the storyline. So make your story a great story. I don't think that that's a bad way to live. All right, let's check out some news. Oh, I entitled this Looney Tunes. All right, this guy is Kevon Looney. All right, and I think he's crazy for thinking this, but what did he think? It wasn't, Kevon Looney on what pushed him to want out of Golden State. He pushed out of Golden State. It wasn't just one moment. Even this year in the playoffs, we're going up against Steven Adams, and that's the kind of matchup I thrive in. That's what I do. But I wasn't given the opportunity to do my job. I felt like, all right, y'all don't trust me, and I really thought I had earned that trust. I would say two things about this. One, I don't think it's crazy. I think it's cool to, like, no matter what, you want more of a role. Even if it's like, again, Kobe not wanting Shaq on his team, or like players thinking that they're better than they are. Yes, you should put in the work and things like that. But wanting more of a role is great. All right. Two, though, you got to earn that role, and I think that putting yourself in a position where you only do well against guys like Steven Adams is not very good. All right. How about you do other things? And maybe it's too late for him, but it's not too late for you guys. Don't limit yourself by being single-faceted. Don't just be a shooter. Don't just be a ball handler. Don't just be a rebounder. Don't just be a passer. Don't just be one thing. Because when the team doesn't need that, then you're done. And if they feel like, oh, well, we don't need that ever, then you're really done. Or we have one better shooter than you who can also defend, well, then you're screwed. So I think both those things. He's playing it like he's doing right by himself, but also he didn't do right by himself when he was growing up. You have to be multi-dimensional so that you become expendable. No, you can become non-expendable. You become essential. There you go. You want to be essential. You don't want to be expendable in this world. So, yes, congratulations to him for wanting out of a situation that he didn't think was great for him. Hopefully the next situation is awesome. But at the same time, prepare for those moments. Prepare. All right? You want to be able to be everything that you need to be as much as you possibly can be. If it's just your height limiting you, that's okay. But if it's something that you could have had an effect about, make sure that you're doing those things. All right, moving on to the next thing that we're talking about. I didn't mean to do that. I closed it. Now I opened it. There you go. No. I closed it. Now I need to open it. Where is it? Is it this one? Yes. There you go. All right. This is the pass by Angel Reese that made the news the other day as well.
And from the ones who are doing it better than them.
Williams now with 4 points in the second quarter. Miscommunication between Atkins and Reese, and Carlton makes him pay.
And from the ones who are doing it better than them.
So, I got a couple of thoughts about this. I got 3 thoughts about this. Okay, so one, it's another Angel Reese blunder. All right, she doesn't make it easy on herself. All right, she does a lot of dumb-headed things. All right, yes. So this is yet another Angel Reese thing. She just takes it, throws it underhand. All right, she did try to like point out, like, hey, that's not focusing. All right, but 2, it reminds me of you guys with your lackadaisical passes. We do this on like a daily basis. You can make fun if you want, but you guys just either would throw that pass or not go for the rebound as much as you should, not block out, not play defense, and you just like assume that it's going to be taken care of. All right, the next thing is that shot always goes in, it seems like, dude. You make a stupid mistake, they capitalize on it almost every single time. She could have hustled to that next shot, but she didn't. Next thing, though, reminds me of Kevin Love. When he was having mental issues in the NBA, and he was just super sad one day. And this looks like what it could be about Angel Reese. Like, she's just weak mentally, and she should take care of herself. Even the next pass wasn't like that great. And Kevin Love did the same exact thing. He just rolled the ball out there, and they're like, "What is he doing?" And he's like, let the other team shoot a shot. It is a hard thing to do, is to stay focused for an entire season or an entire like career, even, especially when like your life could be up or down any point in time. Everyone's sad, even like millionaires or thousandaires like Angel Reese, and it's like it's gonna wear down on you. And this is why you should constantly try to like push yourself out of that. And that's why I have you guys watch those movies if you ever watched them. If you don't, I mean, you should be, because it's things that you need to do. You need to surround yourself with great people. You need to do the right things in life. You need to constantly support yourself so that you don't have these moments. Because when everything's going well, life's easy. But you have to prepare for when life won't go well, when you're having bad days. All right, that's why I'm always on Noah about his attitude, because it'll just lead to these kind of things. You think Noah wasn't like this in Taiwan? Yeah, that's exactly what the crap he was doing. All right, so avoid these things. Our team won't need you. Basically, the team's not going to need you. And speaking of mental trials, all right, let's go to our next thing. It's our interview of the day. And this is Jabari Parker. They asked him, how are you doing this season? How's it like this? So Jabari Parker, for reference, he was one of the top draft picks when he first entered the NBA, and he had injuries, things like that, and his NBA career didn't pan out as great as he thought it was, but he still played for like 7-8 years, something like that, and now he's overseas. He's still a professional basketball player, very high up. Probably makes like $1 million this year, I don't know. And they asked him, how's everything going for you on and off the court? And he just broke down and started crying. All right. I'm only saying mentally weak because obviously it's gotten to him, but he's been through so much that maybe we couldn't have survived it either. But I think about this. I think about perspective. And you guys would kill to be at his level right now. I would have. I was never at this dude's level. He's crying because he's not in the NBA, but that's everyone's dream. But he's still at one of the highest levels in the world as an injured human being. All right. But I think maybe the tears are happy because of his journey, but they look more sad. And this was a few years ago, so I don't know where he's at now mentally in our location-wise. But yeah, imagine that kind of anguish. And he getting just riddled with injury, so it wasn't like quite his fault. Maybe he could have prepared more. I don't know, but like just that, the hurt in his eyes, things like that. What you can take from this is to relish every moment, because you never know when it'll be over. All right, and have this kind of passion for things in life is a great thing, even if it hits you in the end. But also perspective. I'm sure deep down he knows he's still playing basketball. And it's a beautiful thing, and he had a career, and he had that chance, even if it fell short. So yeah, just a different moment. All right, whether it be sad, happy, indifference, it's different. It's different. All right, last thing. The top 100 players of all time released by Bleacher Report. What do I feel about this? Okay, so I have a whole video out about who the greatest of all time is. Spoiler alert, Michael Jordan. But I say why. I think many people will forget the why. How is this list though? MJ, LeBron, that's easy. Kareem, Magic, Russell. Right when you say those people, you're thinking not how good they were. These people were definitely good, but I don't think that like, I don't know. I don't think Bill Russell's better than Tim Duncan or Shaq. Because players get better every year. This is definitely a greatness list. And a greatness list includes players that are just iconic. And Kareem being iconic at different levels, I don't think he's more iconic than Magic Johnson was. I do think Shaq deserves to be out there. Steph being that high is pretty nice. Wilt and Bird, I think it's a pretty good list. I don't think Dunk is that high if you're counting greatness though. But if you're talking like how skilled he was or how much he won, then yeah, Dunk is that high. If you kind of do overall though, it's hard to beat Michael Jordan. And the other players though, I think the top 10 list is decent. But if you look at Kobe, I think Kobe should be way higher in terms of like iconicness. Maybe not in terms of like the game and everything else, but skill-wise, he's probably number one skill-wise. But it's not all about that. It's about a lot more things. Hakeem, there's arguments for him to be better than Shaq. Jokic being up there is pretty nice. West is like the actual icon about it. I think this is the overall great list, not forgetting a lot of people. I do think Dave Robinson could be replaced by somebody. Dirk being on there is fun. All right, I think this is a very, very, very solid list. That's all I had to say. All right, anyways, that's my time. We're going to Aurora tonight. I'm picking up some people from the school, so make sure you guys show up on time. And don't forget that the quote of the day is to be yourself, and we have the defensive Nope. We have the rebounding clinic. That's my time. Talk to y'all soon. Make sure you guys keep posting that homework, man. Great job with the trivia question and everything else. All right, that's my time. I'm out. Reese's Pieces, everybody. Talk to you soon.